crafty session for Tuesday, the 23rd of April. So welcome everyone. I can see a few of you have jumped on there and joined and started to chat. So welcome and thank you for joining. I'm trying something a little bit different here. I'm trying to go live on Instagram. So I'm hoping that it will actually work and go live on Instagram. So let's just see how it works. So let me know where you're watching from. Say hello, jump in, and let's have a fun crafty time. So it actually shows that I'm live on Instagram. So I'm hoping this is going to work. So once again, what I reminded everybody of yesterday is we can no longer go live in our Facebook groups. So if you normally watch me in a Facebook group, you need to follow me on my Facebook business page, or you need to get over here on YouTube. And I'm hoping that it's streaming live okay on Instagram. So if anyone's watching on Instagram, I probably won't be able to see your comments, but if anyone's watching on Instagram, please let me know if you can see and hear me all okay on Instagram. So welcome. I'm super excited. I'm hoping that it actually does work really well on Instagram, and we will we will see. So so welcome everyone. So I'm here to play around a little bit this afternoon with one of the brand new bundles again. And I know that everyone's probably going to go, why are you using that bundle? I can't actually see it on Instagram. So I don't know whether it's turning up on Instagram. But anyway, we will see. It says it's streaming to Instagram. So Lord knows. So welcome everybody. I'm going to play around with a bundle of products that I know a lot of people were saying you can see and hear me on Instagram. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you. Well, I'm glad it's working. I can't see it on Instagram. I don't know why. I just logged in and can't actually see it on Instagram, and I'm not quite sure why it's not showing up on my Instagram. But anyway, it's not showing up that I'm on there. Maybe I can't watch myself. I don't know. It's showing up on my computer over here. So hopefully it's actually working. All right. So I'm actually going to show you a really, really fun set that I know that a lot of people were saying you can't get it in our pre-order for demonstrators. I have got an absolutely, I'm so excited. We have a starter kit special coming in May. So I'm super excited about this. So if you didn't join this month and you were thinking about it, oh my God, May is going to be the month that you are going to want to join, because I have word about a brand new starter kit special that is going to be starting on the 1st of May. Now, you must remember I am going away from the 28th of April and I won't be back until the 9th of May. So don't panic. If you want to join, you can actually jump on and use my join link if you wanted to join while I'm away. But I will be home on the 9th of May, early on the 9th of May. So I think we fly in at about 9:30. So I'll probably be home around about lunchtime on the 9th of May. But if you were thinking about you wanting to get this deal, you wait until you see it. You are going to want this deal, I'm telling you. So today I'm actually going to play with Spotlight on Nature and the gorgeous dies, because these dies have really created a frenzy. I can tell you, everybody that was at my card buffet wanted to get their hands on these dies. They are nesting circle dies that are absolutely stunning. Now, these are going to be available on the 1st of May. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know you can get your hands on them, and it's about a week away. So we have 7 days. So we have until the catalog goes live. So I'm super excited that the catalog goes live, but that will actually be happening while I'm away. Okay. So I want to tell you about this awesome starter kit special. And thank you to Marcy Bessica that told me about this just before I jumped on. So I had time to be able to download the details of this awesome starter kit special. Are you ready for this? Have a look at what this special is. So We are going to do the normal starter kit special price, which is $169, but you are going to get everything that's here for free on top of getting the starter kit special price, choosing your $235 worth of product. So it's only going to cost you $169. You get to choose $235 worth of product, but you are going to get the 5 in color ink pads. You're going to get the mixture pack of A4 cardstock. You're going to get a pack of the designer series paper, and you're also going to get a pack of the Stampin' Up markers. That is $144 of value, absolutely free, on top of your $235 that you choose, and you're only going to pay $169. So, oh my God, I am telling you, if there is a time to be joining Stampin' Up, May is definitely going to be the time, because honestly, it is super, super awesome. So I just want to show you, this is my join link. So if you are into QR codes, please don't look at the QR code here, because that's not going to go to my joining page. If you look at the QR code that I have on the screen there, by all means, you can actually scan that QR code on the 1st of May and literally join my Wild Heart Crafters team. It is a fantastic joining starter kit. Now, wanting the in colors, you're going to get the in colors for free. Like, oh my God, this is such an awesome starter kit special. Okay, so now I always have the join link in the show more box down below on YouTube, and it's always in the description of any of my videos or anything that I post on Facebook. You will find my join link. If you're watching me on Instagram, you will, in my bio, you will actually find the join link in my bio. I have a Linktree link in my bio on Instagram, and you will have the join link there. Now, I just want to tell you, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about the starter kit. And I know that you probably think, oh, she's always harping on about this. It is simply the best way to buy your products. I am telling you, there is no better way than being a part of Stampin' Up and getting a 20% discount on all of your products. Now, if you join on the 1st of May, you are guaranteed 20% discount no matter what you spend up until the end of October this year. That's a huge saving on all of your crafting products. So you can actually join my team on the 1st of May, and you will get those in color products for free. 5 ink pads, a pack of designer series paper, a pack of the mixture cardstock, and a pack of the Stampin' Up markers. What more can you ask? Oh my God, I am so amazed at this starter kit special that Stampin' Up are offering. I remember one other time we had an ink pad special that you got a whole ink pad family. This, you're going to get the 5 in colors, plus the cardstock, plus the designer series paper, plus the Stampin' Up markers. So, I mean, you are absolutely set when it comes to the in colors. And we all know, we've been playing with the in colors. They are absolutely stunning. You are going to really enjoy the in colors. Now, I just want to tell you one thing about joining. You really have to be sure who you join with. Now, you can join Mary down the street who lives around the corner, but Mary may not be the type of team leader that you need. You need to be really, really certain of who you join, because once you join, you are there and you are under that person, whether they support you or whether they don't. So you actually want to join under someone that is actually going to support you in your Stampin' Up journey. Now, I just want to say I'm a no pressure team leader. I am here to walk alongside of you in whatever Stampin' Up journey you wish to embark on. If you wish to just join and get a discount, then I am happy to inspire you with your crafting. I'm happy to help you with your purchasing, to know what's right for you, what's wrong for you. I'm happy to help you in all aspects of helping you with your creativity. If you are brand new to crafting, then I'm your girl. I'm happy to help you learn how to cut your card bases and layers. If you are a casual crafter and you absolutely love the products and you want to enjoy a discount, then I am happy to help you with that and happy to inspire you with your creating. If you are someone that wants to gather together with your friends and maybe have a few people that will buy from you that are in your friend list to help you keep your quarterly amounts, to keep your discount, then I am happy to help you work out ways of creating gatherings with your friends that are going to suit exactly what you want to do. But then if you are someone that actually wants to start holding classes, charging for classes, maybe starting to run it as a business, maybe wanting to know all the ins and outs of social media and how you actually elevate your business through social media, then I'm happy to help you out there too, because my team members get weekly training for free. So you actually get training for free as a member of my team. You also get Stamps Club videos that I do for free. You also get access to global creative tutorial bundles to help you with your creativity. There were so many reasons of why to actually join with the right team leader. Kathy says, Donna is a girl to go with. No question is a silly question. I didn't know anything when I joined her team. There was no pressure to join up until you are comfortable. And that is exactly what it is. You can call me, you can talk about it to see if this is what may be right for you. But in all honesty, my situation that I say to people is, would you prefer to pay full price for your products, or do you want to enjoy a discount? Because there is no pressure. If you don't make that quarterly amount, you can actually physically drop and you can rejoin again the next day and purchase the starter kit and go again. Every now and then they sweeten the starter kit deal, and I'm telling you, this deal is awesome. If you've been sitting on the fence and you've been thinking, I don't know whether I want to join or not, May is definitely going to be the month to join, because to get all that in color product is huge. $144 worth of product, absolutely free, on top of choosing $235 worth of product. Your choice. We don't have a set starter kit. It is physically your choice. Whatever you choose is what you can put in your starter kit. So I'm just going to, in case you jumped in later, I'm just going to tell you what the starter kit special is. So for the $235, you will get to choose your $235 worth of product. Then you will also get for free, on top of that $235 worth of product that you have chosen, you will get a full pack of the 5 in-color ink pads. You will get the in-color cardstock. You will get the in-color paper. And you will also get the pack of the in-color Stampin' Right markers. Now, people might say, what are the Stampin' Right markers and how are they different to our blends? We do have blends in all of these colors as well. So you may want to pop the blends into your starter kit as the extra things that you're going to make up your $235 worth of product with. But your Stampin' Right markers are actually used to color directly onto your stamp. So they're actually a water-based ink, and they are designed to be able to color in your stamps. If you've got a flower stamp, you can color in green on the stem and the leaves, and you can color in pink or whatever color, purple, whatever color flower you want with Stampin' Right markers. And you can moisten up that stamp and stamp down onto your cardstock and you can have a multicolored stamp. So that is the difference between Stampin' Right markers. And yes, there is definitely a need for them. I know, Kathy, it's probably time for you to rejoin again, just saying. But Stampin' Right markers, there is a place for them in your crafting, but they are not used to actually color lined images. When you're stamping a lined image, that's where our blends come in. So as I said, you can probably pop your blends into that starter kit special and get the whole kit and caboodle. And I mean, we will have the re-inkers available when it comes 1st of May for the 5 in-color ink pads. So I would suggest to buy the ink re-inkers, get some blocks, get a stamp set, get some white cardstock, and you are just about good to go. Paper trimmer, pair of snips, and some glue. And you are good to start crafting straight away with that starter kit. So absolutely awesome starter kit special. I only just realized that this starter kit special is available when I was talking to Marcia this afternoon, when we were talking about whether we're packed for our incentive trip or not. So as you can see, I've got my join my team QR code. You can come back to this video and you can QR code. You can use your mobile phone and get the QR code. Or if not, there is a join link down in the show more box down below, and there's also a join link in the description of the video. Now, I know, I think it was Julie said that I'm still on Facebook. I am on Facebook, but I'm on Facebook on my business pages only. I'm not on Facebook in any of my crafting groups. So if there is anyone that is a member of my Australian card making and scrapbooking, if you would like to share the video from YouTube YouTube back into Australian card making and scrapbooking for me, I would really appreciate that. It's very hard for me to do it right now while I'm live, but if you could possibly share it back into my Facebook Australian card making and scrapbooking group, if you are a part of that, I would really appreciate you doing that for me. All right, so let's get to crafting, everyone, because that's what we're here for. Okay, Spotlight in Nature, I am telling you, is definitely one of my favorite stamp sets. And the dies are fantastic. So if you're not keen on the stamp set, I mean, the stamp set is gorgeous, but if you're not keen on the stamp set, by all means, the dies are definitely a must-have. Now, you can actually, when it comes 1st of May, these will actually be available online. So you can't find them online at the moment, and we as demonstrators aren't even able to order them at the moment. I actually got mine because it was a part of our on-stage Crafting After Dark. So we actually paid to attend a session that Stampin' Up put on. We paid to attend the Crafting After Dark, and this was the bundle that I actually got as my choice. Now, when I actually chose it, I looked at the dies and I thought those dies are fantastic. I love the stamp set because you get me every time when you've got flowers, leaves, and definitely a butterfly. So I was like, you know what? This stamp set is definitely for me. So I was definitely happy to be ordering this stamp set and the dies. But we are going to play around today, and we're going to create a really super fun card using this Spotlight in Nature bundle. So first of all, I think what I'm going to do is I might use some of our in colors as the colors, seeing as the in colors are one of the specials. So I think I'm going to do a beautiful, pretty in pink card base to start off with. So let's pop these aside, and we will cut our card base. So, of course, now if you struggle about cutting card bases, if I do have a video here on YouTube, and that video is a beginner video, and it says how to cut card bases and layers perfect every time. And it is a beginner video. I'm telling you, you need to go and watch that beginner video because you will understand my card bases and my layers so much better once you watch that video. So I've got Pretty in Pink, which is one of our brand new in colors. Now, I think I will work out what layer I'm actually going to put underneath in a little while, because I'm actually going to use some of this gorgeous metallic paper. Okay, so this was something that I got in my starter kit, and it is called Textured Metallic 12 by 12 paper. Now, for some reason, I'm lucky. I got a copper. I got 2 of them, so I got an extra sheet. So I'm not quite sure how come I got an extra sheet, but I got an extra sheet. So I'm not going to complain. I was thinking, did I get ripped off? Was I supposed to get 2 sheets of each? But no, I was supposed to only get 3 sheets. So in a pack, that is what you're going to get. Now, this is definitely a very, very gold. So it's a very yellow, bright gold, okay? So it's not like our old gold foil that was a true gold. This is like physically like a bright yellowish gold. So now this one here, we actually had, and you can see the texture on these, we actually had a foil. They were silver foils, and we had like a matte silver foil. We had a bluey gray sort of matte silverish foil. We also had this as well. I feel like it is this. This was like one of the textured ones as well. Well, it's very similar to it. So if you liked those silver foils that we had, and you can see my fingerprints on here already. If you liked those silver foils you had, you will actually love this. Yeah, I know, you get 1 of each. And for some reason, I got 2. Okay, so I'm actually going to use that as with one of the dies on the front. All right, so the next thing what I want to do is I want to grab just some basic white, and we will have a basic white layer for the front. So once again, and I so need to cut some white layers to make my crafting a little bit easier. Okay, so basic white, and I'm just going to cut my normal layer, which is 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. So that's my front layer. So I'll just cut 2 of them, so I've got a spare one for the next time I go to make a card. There. Okay. And then I want one, so I want one there, and then I want one for the inside of my card. So I'm actually going to do that at 5.5 inches by 3 3/4. Now they are my normal layers that I always use. So my insert is always that little bit bigger than the one on the front, because the one on the front is the same. The insert is the same as the contrast layer on the front. So I haven't worked out what contrast layer I'm going to have yet, but I'm sure we will get to that. Okay, so I'm just going to fold my card base in half, and I'm going to sit my layer inside so that I know that that is my inside layer. I always do that because I find it's a lot better when I do that, because it I don't get confused with the two different sizes. Okay, so I'm just going to use my bone folder and I'm going to crease that one there like that. Okay. Now this here, I'm actually going to stamp some of these gorgeous flowers. Actually, no, I'm going to do a little bit of background. Okay, I'm changing my mind up here. So we've got this gorgeous textured stamp. So I just want to add a little bit of texture just on that back layer. And I've got to work out, I'm going to color, I need to stamp a flower. I'm going to color a little bit. Actually, you know what? No, sorry. I'm thinking about how I'm doing this as I'm going. All right, so I'm going to grab that scrap piece of white and I'm going to see if I've got enough room. I will. I'll have enough room to stamp 2 of those, and I'm going to use this texture one as a little bit of texture on the background. Or I could use that. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple of things here. I've got a few things going on in my brain. All right, so let's just pop those onto a block. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to stamp 2 of these. Now, I might do this in a little bit lighter than what I normally do because I want it to be a bit softer look. So I'm actually going to use my smoky slate. And I'm going to ink up this gorgeous flower. This flower is stunning. It is so fine and delicate. It is absolutely stunning. So I've got one flower there. And then I'm going to ink up again. I know, decisions, Sheila. I'm a bit indecisive this afternoon. I've had one of those days that has just been non-stop and my brain's going at 100 miles an hour. I actually just checked my itinerary and I was like, oh my God, I don't think she's even booked us to come home from Sydney. She's got us coming home from Dallas to Sydney, but I don't think she's booked us from Sydney. Anyway, I was panicking. I just didn't read my itinerary properly, and it's okay. We have a booking. We're all right. All right, so now I'm actually going to use this leaf stamp on this one here. So I'm just going to, because I'm going to use the bubble bath as my colouring. I'm going to use Pretty in Pink because it is Pretty in Pink what we're using. So let's use Pretty in Pink, and let's use Pretty in Pink as the stamping that I want to do in the background. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to colour this one here. I'm going to colour the flower with the Pretty in Pink. So I'm just going to use my light, and just with my brush tip end, I'm actually going to colour with the light Pretty in Pink, and then I'll come back through with the dark to add a little bit more colour. So when you're using your blends, once again, like I showed yesterday, making sure, sorry, not yesterday, I was doing that in a different video. Sorry, I'm getting a bit confused. But when you're using your blends, making sure, actually, I might have used blends yesterday, making sure that you're using the side of your brush tip to protect the brush tip and be able to color quite a lot of distance just with that brush tip end. If you want more control, if you feel a little bit out of control with that brush tip, then by all means, you can actually use the bullet tip if you want. So I'm then going to use the bullet tip to actually add some darker in here. So, oh, sorry, there's a big loud truck going up my road. So we've got some darker, that's just going to create a little bit more dimension to the flower and a little bit more contrast to make it not look like it's all one shade. Okay, now we can, if we wanted to, we can go over that dark again with our light and blend to soften that out. So to soften out where it actually meets the light and the dark. And you'll find the more that you put down with your blends, the more color you put down, the better effect you're going to get with your blends. Okay, now I think as a I just want to keep this fairly fairly neutral. So I think I'm actually just going to use maybe I want to use something really soft as the green. I don't actually have, oh, I do. I have soft sea foam. Let's use some soft sea foam. I have light soft sea foam and I have dark soft sea foam. So let's use our soft sea foam to create some nice color on these leaves. I didn't want anything too overpowering because I want to keep this quite subtle, the colors. Okay, I think I'm going to use the other end. Because there's not much to this coloring, I'm going to use the other end. So all I'm doing is using my light soft sea foam just to add some color to those leaves. Now, the next question you're all going to ask, is there a die to cut these flowers out? The answer is no. So what do you think I'm going to do? You guessed it. A little bit of fussy cutting is going to happen. Here we go again. The list gets longer. I know, Suzanne. I'm so sorry. I should apologize ahead of time, shouldn't I? I should put a disclaimer out there. I am so sorry. If this makes you think that you need to order some more things, I apologize ahead of time. What can I say? I just do my job well. Now, with these new in colors, when you first color with them, you probably look at the color and you think, oh, I don't know whether I like that color. They soften out. When they dry, they lighten up a fair bit. So that's one thing that I have noticed with these in colors, that when you first stamp them, you think that they're quite bright and quite gaudy, really, actually, if that's a word. But when they actually dry, they soften out so much more and lighten up so much. So they are a totally different color once they actually dry. All right, so I've got the light there again. I'm going to go back through with my dark and I'm going to add a little bit more down in those bottom parts just to add a bit more depth to those flowers. Same thing here on the bud and here. Now, you could accentuate this dark and light a lot more if you used our color lifter as well. So the color lifter is fantastic for maybe adding a little bit more contrast in your coloring. So I can actually grab, I've got a color lifter here. There it is there. Can actually grab the color lifter and I can actually sort of flick a few lighter bits coming in through there and it will create a little bit more dimension and contrast in those flowers. So the color lifter is fantastic for just adding more highlights. And it's just, it lifts a little bit of the color out and just gives you a lighter version of that color. But it actually changes the dimension of that coloring. Marilyn, you already have it on your list. I think there's a lot of people that have it on their list, mainly for, what have I got there? Have I got dark or light? Oh, that's dark. I need light. Mainly for the dyes, I think. And as I said, if you are not really into, I mean, this stamp is gorgeous. I love it. But if you're not really into the stamp, the dyes are going to be a staple in your craft room, I'm telling you. You are absolutely going to love them. All right, so we have that happening there. All right, so what I'm actually going to do to tie in these, I'm going to fussy cut these two out, but I'm going to use some of that gorgeous textured foil paper. But I'm also going to stamp a little bit in the background on here. So I've got a layer here that's going to go on the front. So I'm actually going to stamp a little bit of background, and I probably might do that in, I do have soft seafoam here. Yeah. So let's grab out our soft seafoam. Now this is going to tie in this soft seafoam that we've got here. It's going to tie it in a little bit more. So what I actually want to do is I want to create a little bit of a background with these leaves. So super, super cute, just going around at all different angles, coming in from the edge of your card to create just a beautiful background look with those leaves. Okay, so still nice and soft. I'm just going to grab my chamois and wipe off my desk. Okay, so we have that there. That has now made my decision of what layer I'm going to put in behind as my contrast layer on the front. I'm going to grab some soft seafoam. So do I have some here? I do. All right, so let's grab some of that soft seafoam and we will cut a layer. Just going to close up these ink pads so I don't end up with them all over me. And I'm wearing white today, so stamping in white could be a little bit scary. Okay, so 3 3/4 by 5.5. And we have the perfect size layer to go in underneath that just there. Okay, so that onto our card base. And look at those colors. Aren't they just lovely? Leslie says definitely the dies. Yep. Oh, thank you, Leslie. My nails look really nice. They're actually, to tell you the truth, they're really not done very well at all. I mean, I have been doing my nails myself. I paid to get these done, and I'm physically going to have to put a layer of gel over the top. They are so thin and flimsy. I've already broken one, and I've had to put gel over the top to actually save it so it doesn't break any further. So I think I'm just going to layer a layer of gel all the way over the top to strengthen them up a bit. She just didn't put enough gel on them. All right. So we have that there for that. Let's fussy cut these flowers out with my scissors, wherever they may be. Oh, Lordy, where are my scissors? They're not in my drawer. They could be absolutely anywhere. Oh, I don't know whether I'm going to survive with those little scissors. Let me just see if they're in on my counter out. Always a way. When I can't find something, it's probably out on my kitchen bench. I don't know why, but the light is better out on my kitchen bench. And I tend to, when I really want to see something, I get out on the kitchen bench. Okay, so I'm just going to fussy cut around these gorgeous flowers. Now, a lot of people say that they don't like fussy cutting. Honestly, just take your time. Enjoy the fussy cutting process. And you physically just leave a little white border all the way around the edge because our dies normally leave that white border anyway. So don't be too particular in how you do it. And I always like to cut some off. If it's hard to get in and around the leaves where I want to go, I just cut a little bit off and go again. So the main thing is to move your cardstock, not your scissors. So you can see even when I change direction, I'm spinning my cardstock around. I'm actually not trying to turn the corner with my scissors. I'm actually spinning the cardstock to make that happen. So by doing that, it makes it a little bit easier to maneuver around what you're cutting. And as I said, when you're having trouble getting into certain areas, just cut away a bit of that cardstock. Cut it out of the way and start again. Especially when you're doing like leaves like these. It's a little bit intricate, but honestly, it's so worth it. When you see what this is going to look like once we put it on the card, you're absolutely going to say it was so worth fussy cutting out this flower. And I know we're doing 2 of them, but just bear with me. So what are your thoughts on the in colors? So type into the comments here, what's your favorite in color? Out of all of the colors, go back to doing your nails yourself. I understand getting professional for your trip. Yeah, I know. I will, Leslie. Like, honestly, I actually thought I would get them done properly before my trip, but I'm regretting now that I didn't do them myself. I probably, because I'm a bit how can I say, I'm a bit rough on my nails, so they have to be a lot thicker than normal to make sure that they don't break. And it's not that I'd use them like screwdrivers. It's just that I'm opening ink pads and things, and sometimes there's pressure on your fingernails to actually open something, and or lifting heavy boxes with cardstock and things in them. Sometimes when I'm lifting a box, it can put pressure on my fingernail, and it tends to do its own thing. Okay, so I'm not going to spend too much time trying to get in around that one. I'm just going to, or otherwise we're going to be here forever while I'm fussy cutting. But fussy cutting like this is something that can be like done in front of the TV. Some people find it relaxing and they can do it while they're watching a TV show. I tend to do a lot of things like that, especially tying bows for Stamps Club and things. I tend to do a lot of it in front of the TV. I watch my favorite TV show, and half the time I'm actually listening to the TV show and watching what I'm doing when I'm tying the bows. So you can see by just spending that little bit of time fussy cutting this out, it's going to look superb on the front of our card because we've spent that little bit of time doing it. Look at that one. Oh, straight away, it's looking absolutely stunning. So let's spend the time and fussy cut the second one. Petunia Pop, although I'm not really a green person, the Summer Splash, Lorraine, I agree. Summer Splash is definitely one of my top ones. I love Coastal Cabana, and I think Summer Splash is just along those lines. It's definitely along the same type of coloring as the Coastal Cabana. And yeah, it is definitely one of my favorites. So even with cutting in around here, sometimes just getting in between those leaves, if there's a gap that you can go down in beside one of the leaves and back out again, make the effort and go in and cut in around there, because it actually makes it worthwhile when you actually see it on the project that you spent the time to get in and around that leaf. So, and I am actually fussy cutting out a lot rougher than what I would normally do it. If I would take more time. I'm trying to get it done as quick as I can because of you girls watching here on the video. And sorry if Daryl's watching, girls and guys. But sometimes there's just a call for fussy cutting, and it makes your project when you've spent the time. I mean, someone that's got a scan and cut machine, you might want to put this in the scan and cut machine and get it to cut it out, scan it and get it to cut it out, which would probably be an easy way of doing it. I do have a scan and cut machine, but I can't be bothered to get it out. If my scan and cut machine was out on my desk all the time, I probably would use it a lot more than what I do. But I feel like it's just to actually get it out and get it started and go for it. And I actually like the scan and cut, but I've had a lot of trouble with scanning, that it doesn't scan the image real well, and you've got to do a lot of editing, and so I'm not a real fan of it. And we have scissors. We can cut it out ourselves. So nearly there. Down in beside this leaf. I actually did a little bit more on this one. I actually did go down in between those leaves. I didn't do it on the other one, but that's okay. Sorry, I'm probably off camera. Had it so close to me to see what I'm looking at. So Suzanne is a pretty in pink person. Yep. And look at the pretty in pink paired with our soft sea foam. How pretty is that? You know, like, don't be scared to mix these new in colors with some of our already existing colors. I feel like they're actually quite pastel-y. They're pastel, but with enough color to really make them pop. So I've fallen in love with all of the in colors. I mean, I'm still the jury's out still a little bit on Shy Shamrock, but I'm sure I will get to love it. I mean, the jury was all out on the wild wheat, and I think people are starting to take on board that. Look at those gorgeous flowers. How pretty are they? So definitely worth the fussy cutting. Like, honestly, I feel like it was definitely worth fussy cutting that. All right, so let's actually create, I wanted to, as this set is called Spotlight on Nature, I wanted to spotlight those flowers. So I think what I might do is, let me see how big this one is. I probably think that one's going to be big enough. Let me see what oh no, actually I know which one I can use. This one over here. Let's use this one here, the big one. Okay, let's use that big one, and I'm going to use, I think, that metallic-y bluish grey look. Okay, I am going to tone it down, so don't panic when you go, that's just too much. I am going to tone it down, so I'm just going to cut this so that I can put it in my die machine. Okay, so we have a piece there, and then I'm going to soften it. Okay, so, and you'll see what I'm going to do when I soften it. So let's bring in the cut and emboss machine, and we will cut this one out. That, and where is my plate to go over the top? And of course, it's never where you need it to be. Let me see. I think I have some extras down here. I'm going to get a new plate because I'm using foil. So sometimes when you're using foil, it is nice to make sure you've got a really nice, clean plate on top, as to not get too much of that pattern. Sometimes the pattern from, oh, it's underneath there. All right. That's why I can't find the extra plate, because it is underneath. So I'm actually going to use the newer out of the two. So let's pop this one underneath. Because I'm using foil, I like to tend to use a nice newish plate, so we don't get too much of the transfer of the cutting look. All right, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Okay, so we've got that. Then I think I want to soften it with, I think I'm going to soften it with the soft sea foam. So let's try the soft sea foam in. Let me see what that's going to look like. I just want a smidge of that coming out, but I feel like maybe this one. Let me see how big this one's going to sit. Do I want to have that one? I think I might do that one. What about this one here? I don't think that one's going to layer inside it too well. Let me just see. Nope, same size. Okay, it's going to have to be this one, I think. This one. Yeah, I think this one. Okay, so let's try that. Now, I do apologize because I still have bits and pieces in this, so hopefully it's going to cut through all right. I haven't cleaned out my die since the last time I used it. But it's worked. Totally okay. All right, so we've got that. Let's put that aside. All right, so we have this and we have this, and then that's going to layer up onto here. And then, of course, we're going to have our gorgeous flowers over the top. Now, you all know me. I love those textured stamps. So I want to put a little bit of texture in behind here on that gorgeous round circle that we've die cut. So I'm going to grab that circle. And hopefully we've got all the bits out. We have. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to grab my soft sea foam. And I'm just going to add a little bit of texture in behind just to create a little bit of something in behind. Okay, so I'm just going to add maybe a bit there, maybe a bit there, a bit here, and maybe a bit up there. And then once we pop our flowers on, can you see we've got a little bit of texture happening in behind? Just subtle, but it doesn't have to be too obvious, but it's just taken that nice little, just taking that plain look off it. So I'm just going to add a little bit there and maybe a little bit around there. My daughter's trying to ring me. Just bear with me while I send her a message and say I'm on a live video. I don't know how many times my daughters ring me when I'm on a live video. Oh dear, cancel. Sorry, bear with me, people. Contacts. On a live video. Okay, all right. All right, so now we've got that. Now I'm actually going to adhere that onto that silver foil layer. And I'm just going to pop it up with some of my dimensionals. I think I've been talking too much today. I've got a bit of a dry throat. Are you all still there? Are you all still intently watching? You love this card already? We'll send my address for you to send it to me. All right, so we have that. Okay, and we have that. Now, you all know me. It has to have ribbon, doesn't it? Like physically, we have to have ribbon. Let's get into this pretty in pink, beautiful ribbon that we have. That will go with this. Someone asked me the other day, am I devastated with how much ribbon is retiring? I said, it's okay. There'll always be new stuff that will come. It'll be okay. There'll be new ones to look forward to. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. I think I might do a ribbon up and down like that and maybe put the bow up the top. Or do I want to do the bow here? I'm going to put a sentiment on here. Does this stamp set have a sentiment? Yes, it does. Okay, let me see. Do I want to put a bow happening? I actually want to put a sentiment, but no, I think I'm going to do what I thought. I'm going to put the bow up and down on here. So let me find. Lordy, everything's missing on my desk. I so need to clean my desk up so I can find everything. Can't find my Seal Plus, so we will just go with glue dots. Okay, let's grab some glue dots for that ribbon, and I'll pop the ribbon on here like this, so that, and wrap it around, and of course that. My Seal Plus must be here on my desk somewhere underneath everything. Is everyone else's craft desk like that? Can't find anything because it's all underneath everything. It's because I'm trying to do all of my jobs to get ready to go away. So I've got quite a few jobs on. You love this card. You do a lot of fussy cutting in front of the TV. Exactly. All right, so we've got the ribbon on there. So glue dots will suffice today because I can't find where my Seal Plus is gone. Actually, you know what? It's out there. I do remember now because I was using them on labeling my creative card club for the month. All right, so I'm just going to glue that straight down because I'm going to pop this up, so it's going to have a fair bit of dimension. So I'm just going to glue this layer straight down. I just make that decision as I go along, depending on how many layers I'm going to pop up, because we don't want a card that's going to be 5 centimeters thick. So just make that decision as you go along where you think you need to be when it comes to creating a card. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my glue trick. And I do notice a lot of people are now buying these silicone mats to be able to do the glue trick that I do. I'm going to get a nice new glue. So I just wanted to show you this one here I've been using for a fair bit. What you do is you roll it up like this, look, and the glue comes off. See how you can roll it up like that? It's very satisfying rolling up that glue and removing it from your silicone mat. So don't be scared to use your silicone mat for this job, because honestly, it does the trick. This is just a bathroom sponge that I bought from the supermarket. You buy them for like $3. Cut them into little triangle chunks and an office clip, and you are good to go. So I spread a little bit of my Tombow on there, and then I can actually like pick it up and just add glue to the back of my die cut. Same thing with this one. Add a little bit of glue to the back of my die cut. And I am ready to glue those on now, no problem whatsoever, and I'm not going to get glue everywhere, which is really, really nice. So let's pick up one, and we'll put that one there like that. So don't you think the fussy cutting was worth it? Your craft desk is a mess at the moment. Yeah, mine is too. Mine's hugely in a mess. So that one and this one just over the top. So we're just having two of those over the top there like that. So we've got gorgeous flowers there. Now, of course, a sentiment that we're going to do, I'm just going to take a strip of my cardstock. Now, these are just little strips that I have left over from when I cut my layers with my cardstock. They're just little strips that are left over from cutting the different size layers. So I keep them all the time, and it is fantastic for being able to then stamp our sentiment on there. All right, so I'm going to do the sentiment, I think, in our smoky slate to match what we've done here. Actually, no, I'm going to do it in Petunia Pop. Sorry, not Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink. Get those names right. I'm going to do it in Pretty in Pink. I'm just going to take that and stamp Dear Friend down the bottom. Now, I can fussy cut that out as well, or I can leave it the way it is. And I'm quite happy to leave it the way it is. The script and the font on this is absolutely a gorgeous script. I can actually cut it down a little bit. I'm just going to cut the length of it off a little bit with my baby trimmer. And I'm just going to cut a little bit off that top, because we can cut it down to make it just that little bit smaller. Sometimes with thinning out your sentiment strips, it just makes all the difference to not have it too overpowering. So being able to cut just those smidge extra bits off makes a huge difference when it comes to adding it to your card. So let's just do that there. Okay, so as you can see, by cutting it down, it just makes it not so overpowering. 3 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, I don't think I'd be up at 3 a.m. in the morning. You need sleep, Lynn. Sleep. All right, so I'm now going to add some dimensionals on behind that sentiment. And we can add that. I like the fact that we can add it just down over towards the side like that. Okay. And then we can pop this on. Now, I can pop it up. What do you think? Do you think I should pop it up with dimensionals? I think it would be nice popped up. What do you think? On dimensionals or glued straight down? I know that I've got dimensionals under here, and I know I've got them under here, but I still think it would look nice popped up a little bit. What's your thoughts? Type it into the comment. Pop it up. Okay. See, you didn't have to convince me. As soon as someone said pop it up, I'm okay, I'll pop it up. It doesn't take much to convince me to use dimensionals on my projects. Okay. And I'm just going to pop one in the middle as well. You all said pop it up. So there you go. Merlin said that she has the dies on her list, but she might have to add the stamp set too. Stamp set's gorgeous. I love the stamp set. All right, so we are going to pop that one up in the middle there like that. Now, of course, here comes the bow because we need to have a bow. So I'm just going to pop a bow, and I think just up in that top right-hand corner, I think will look really, really pretty. Just to have a bow happening up there. Okay, let's trim that off. And there. All right, and then I think either up there or down here. Where do you think? Bottom or top? Tell me bottom or top while I look for our embellishments we're going to use. Bottom or top, people? Okay, so let's use these ones. These ones are the 2024-2026 in color shimmer dots that I'll be using. So I'm going to use those on there. Okay, so we have top, bottom, up, down, up, down, down, up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you're all saying bottom mostly. Okay, so I think it's going to go down the bottom. I lost track. You were all so quick at typing it in there. I couldn't keep track because at one stage it was all even, but then I think there was a couple of bottoms, so we will go down the bottom. Okay, so a glue dot and just glued down the bottom. Okay, so of course we're going to use these gorgeous shimmer dots, and my take a pick is out here on the desk here somewhere as well. Can't find it. So let's just use this one and we'll use the pointy part of it. Okay, so let's use the pretty in pink and we'll pop some of these gorgeous dots around. I don't mind these in color dots. I think that they are stunning. And I think I want to pop a little one down here and maybe another little one up that top part up there. Whoops. That little baby went, there, up there. Okay. So that's coming together really nice. So I think what I want to do on the inside, I love, love, love this large flower. So what I want to do is hopefully clean it up. Where is my cleaner? There it is. I think I'm just going to clean it up, and I want to actually stamp it in pretty in pink, and we might do a sentiment over the top. This is one thing that I love doing with gorgeous stamps like this, using them as a really soft focal point on the inside and then using a stronger sentiment over the top. So I'm just going to do the flower, and then hopefully this is going to work. If it doesn't look good, we'll just change our mind. But I'm going to do the flower in pretty in pink. So we're going to do the flower just there like that. Oh, gorgeous. Okay. And then the word thanks that is in here. Where have we got that? There. And we will do that in our smoky slate, which I put just here. Okay, let's get thanks sorted, and we can just do thanks in the middle there. So it's a really nice way to just have a beautiful sentiment in amongst the flowers in the inside of the card. All right, so we're going to glue that on the inside. Okay, have I missed something? I don't know what's going on there in the comments. Oh, I need to stop looking at comments and make sure I've got it everywhere I need it to be. Oh, okay. Yeah, talking about sleeping. Yeah, okay. All right, so there we have it. And you all know what would absolutely finish it off is a beautiful spritzing of Wink of Stella. So really, I think some people will maybe overlook the stamps in this set because the dies are so wonderful, but give the stamps a go. Like, honestly, how gorgeous is that card? Like, seriously. I'm very very hooked on this beautiful set. Yeah. So absolutely gorgeous. Paint the flowers with Wink. Okay, Julie. She wants the flowers to have some Wink on them as well. There we go. Flowers with Wink. When I spritz, everything's got Wink on it anyway. There we go. But simply gorgeous. Carol, have you got your catalog yet? Now I can see you on here. Daryl, did you get your catalog yet? They were sent out the other day. But absolutely a gorgeous card using this beautiful set. So don't overlook it. As I said, remember we have that awesome joining offer that is going to be happening that we've just got word on. Starter kit special, you get $235 worth of product. This is starting on the 1st of May. So 1 week coming, we will actually have this starter kit. Now, if you're interested in earning, enjoying a 20% discount on your crafting products, the starter kit special is definitely the way to go. $235 worth of product, and for free during the month of May only. You will get the in colors, 5 ink pads. You will get the mixture pack of designer cardstock, the designer series paper, and the Stampin' Up markers, a value of $144 for free. So that is $379. $379 for $169. Super bargain. So if you're interested and you want to get your hands on some of these brand new products on the 1st of May, I would love to invite you into my Wild Heart Crafters team. When you're looking for one of your dies, is it still in the die cutter? Yes, there is one still in the die cutter. I do know that, Lorraine. I do know that. Yes, and I put the cutting pad on top of it, so I know it's there. Yep, all good. Oh, you got your catalog today, Carol. Awesome. Daryl, did you get your catalog? Just wondering whether it's arrived in the post. So thank you for hanging out with me today. I will be back on again live tomorrow morning at 8:15 in the morning. With another live crafty session. I don't know what I'm going to be using yet, but I'm sure I'll find something. And thank you very much for hanging out. If you are watching the replay, please comment and let me know where you're watching from. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. If you're thinking about joining my team or shopping with me, if you shop with me, you can use that QR code just up there. You can actually use the links that are in the show more box down below and on the description of this video on Facebook. Yes, Julie, yep, you can rejoin when I get back. Sounds like a great idea. Awesome deal. So you want to get the in colors anyway. So I know we were talking about that when we were down at at Melbourne. Thank you. Yep, give me the thumbs up, everyone. Please share this video. Thank you for sharing my videos. And if you are a member of my scrapbooking, Australian card making and scrapbooking group, please share my video into the group so that other people in the Facebook group can see it. So thanks for hanging out with me, people, and I will see you all again in the morning. Bye for now.